There are people that like pedals. There are people that love pedals. I love pedals. There are people that really understand pedals. I don't, I'm still new to this. There are people that are very into like modding stuff and all that. That's great. But I cannot think of a single pedal genius more than Agus from Apollo Approved. Hello, Namasaya Buddy Blues, and today we are going to Indonesia, ladies and gentlemen. Indonesia is a huge country, north of Australia, south of Malaysia, south of Vietnam, and a little bit left of Papua New Guinea. There's Brunei as well. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not a travel show, okay? Huge country filled with people that are very passionate about what they do. They take everything they do very seriously, and it does not hold short when it comes to the music industry. If you haven't guessed, today is a Small Business Tuesday where we travel all the way to Indonesia, ladies and gentlemen, at the comfort of this here studio / living room. If you're new here and you don't know what Small Business Tuesday is, Small Business Tuesday, basically we look at companies that you may or may not have heard of and we shine a light on them so that we can strengthen the small businesses in the music industry. It gives you a chance to look at companies that aren't Boss and Ibanez and Fender and stuff like that and realize that, wow, there's a lot out there that I don't know, and there's a lot out there from countries that I haven't even heard of, and it's great fun. For me, at least. I hope it is for you too. Apollo Approved is a one-man company manned by Agus. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been making pedals longer than you and me have been alive. He understands pedals like no one else does in the world. So he takes a pedal and he dissects the heck out of it. And he understands, we're talking vintage pedals. Like, we're not talking about the Tube Screamer that came out today. We're talking about the 80s Tube Screamer 808s. He sources these chips. They're very rare and I don't quite understand them, but he does, and I'm sure you do. I'm the new guy here. And he sources these exact same chips that they used to make in Japan and that were used for the 808, for example, his Tube Screamer 808. I'll put it up here so you see his workmanship. And he sources all of these parts to make an exact recreation of the pedals that we covet the most. So he has the big three. What I call the big three for me are Klon's, Tube Screamer, and Blues Breaker. And I got myself the Blues Breaker circuit, which he calls the Skyscraper. Let me show you this pedal. I mean, how beautiful is that? The brushed metal and the stamped logo and all that. Come on now. Very quickly, if you don't know what a Marshall Blues Breaker is, it's a pedal that's recreating an amp. Poorly. It did it very poorly. The amp had nothing to do with the... Why is the amp called the Blues Breaker? Because of the Beano album. Why is the Beano album called? It's because Eric Clapton was holding a magazine with Beano on it. It's a whole... It's a myriad, an inception of things that are referenced to other things. Anyway, John Mayall, which we opened for in 2014, the Buddy Blues Band did. John Mayall had a band. He basically made Eric Clapton's name, and Eric Clapton on that album, which he was holding a magazine that says Beano, so they referenced that the Beano album, played an amp called the Marshall Blues Breaker, pretty much. Well, they ended up calling it the Marshall Blues Breaker because of the amp's name. Anyway, regardless, that amp, which is the inception of Marshall itself, was then recreated by a pedal, this one, by Marshall, so that they can capture the sound of that amp. It didn't, and then it went dormant, and that whole line of pedals just didn't, you know, make it. Until Homeboy, right here, decided to play one. And like anything he touches, it is now extremely coveted. It is now very expensive, the original one. So people like Josh from JHS make the Morning Glory, they make pedals like that, but I have the Morning Glory, and it does not compare to this. I mean, if you want that big Strat sound, if you want that perfectly textured overdrive that just adds everything you want, that makes your amp shine and your guitar shine even better, this is the way to go. Of course, as always, I'm gonna be linking the company's socials down there so that you can, and their website and Instagram and stuff like that, so that hopefully you can get one yourself. I, ladies and gentlemen, did not get this pedal for free. I paid for it happily and gladly, and I think you should too. Just to get that out of the way before I get the comments that said, did you get a free pedal? So in other places where you've seen the Blues Breaker be used is the left side of the protein pedal. We've covered that. Is it the left or the right side of the dualist? I think it's the left side of the dualist as well. I may be wrong, but all these dual overdrive stuff like that, that overdrive, this circuit has been used time and time again. And as with almost every single Small Business Tuesday that I've ever covered and every single boutique pedal that I've covered, it's made by hand with a lot of love. His circuitry has been admired so much that Analog Mike, the guy from Analog Man, the people that make King of Tone, Analog Man, I guess that's what, yes, the pedal that's $8 million, that one. He even reposted him on his Instagram praising his work. And enough blah blah, now we play this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this pedal alone. I don't want anything before it or after it, even though it's gonna sound incredible before or after stuff. I've tried it with my Nobles. Oh my God. I'm gonna use my LSL Saticoy. We're gonna go through the Fender Supersonic 22 watts clean. I want you to hear this pedal really, really shine. Let's get to it. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have now heard the Apollo-approved Skyscraper. He's got plenty of pedals. He makes a wah, he makes a clon, he makes a tube screamer. He makes a tube screamer, then he puts it in a clon enclosure so that, you know, it's like a double take on, look at that. You know what I mean? Agus is incredible. He's a very nice guy. He knows his stuff. I mean, usually I ask the people, tell me about your pedal. He was questioning me. It felt like an interview backwards. He was like, what do you know about the tube screamer? What do you know about? He's very passionate about this. He really is, because he understands circuitry so much. So as always, with every Small Business Tuesday, it was an honor to review this, and it was an honor to have you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Consider subscribing, please. 80% of you that watch this video aren't subscribed. It's okay. I don't take it personal, ladies and gentlemen. It just means I'm gonna be able to buy less and less pedals. You know what I mean? That makes me sad, and then I'm gonna go hungry, then the dog's gonna go hungry. You know what I mean? We gotta eat, so hit that subscribe button. Help me out. Like the video, share it. The more people that see it, the more pedals we do. And the more small businesses get shined into light. Everybody wins, okay? Everybody wins, except boss. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I have been Buddy Blues, and you have been the people of the blues. Until next time, thank you. I blinked instead of winking. Thank you.